Alrighty, yes, it got me. I'm playing Path of Exiles. I never thought I would, because I tried it a couple of times. I mean, I do like Diablo and games like that. And I did try Path of Exiles because I heard a lot of good about it, but the last 2 or 3 times I tried to get into the game, it just didn't click with me. Maybe it was like that. It felt a little weird in the beginning. It was pretty rough and felt like, okay, I don't... how do I get more abilities and stuff like that? It was really confusing, especially if you take a look at the skill tree. It always looks like, you know, the wiring plan of like the biggest computer ever made or something. And I'm not sure how well I'm doing with the passive skill tree, but I'm enjoying this game. I had to like endure about the first half an hour, and then I got my first abilities and stuff started to open up. And now, well, if you've never played the game, the skill tree that I showed you are my passive talents. So it's like I can add strength here, I can add a health recovery, and you know, critical mastery, stuff like that. Totem mastery when I'm using totems and stuff. So it's all passive talents, and the skills I can use I get through these gems that I can put into my equipment. For example, let me see, heavy strike example, that's a red gem. If I have a red slot, I can put it in there, and from then on I can use the ability. Or molten strike, which is an ability I use a lot right now. I'm still leveling, I'm still early in the game, so it's nothing amazing or something. And ancestral protector, which is a totem I can summon, where like this spirit comes out and hits enemies, and then I can distribute these to my skill bar. These are all the abilities I can activate, that I can use, that I have the gems equipped for, and then I can assign them to my different buttons. So yeah, and I learned about that. I just tried it out. I didn't look at whatever guides or anything so far. I probably will have to eventually to find out how to best utilize my skill tree. But I was just fiddling around with stuff. I didn't want to watch like 2 hours of video guidance and stuff. And when I looked at like beginner builds or something, even those were really confusing, or you know, I didn't have the abilities for those. So let's take a look at the gameplay. I'm I'm currently leveling, so this is a lot of fun, I have to say. I just enjoy like blowing up like screens full of enemies. I mean, I can't do much of that right now, but there we go. Got elite enemy. Gonna cover him in mash, and then I'm gonna hit him with burning attacks, and he's down. Some more enemies coming, so I'm gonna use some AoE attacks. I think like playing the Diablo 4 beta or early access, no, beta it was. I had that feeling where I wanted to play a game like this. So you know, I have played Diablo 3 a lot, and of course like a little bit of Diablo 1 and 2 and stuff, but you know, I didn't want to get back into Diablo 3. Tried some other games, for example Last Epoch, which is a pretty good game, and still, you know, it still didn't kind of like scratch that itch. And then so on a whim I reinstalled Path of Exiles, and right now I'm enjoying it. If you're a veteran of Path of Exiles, if you know the game really well, you probably are like face palming or throwing up seeing like what I did with my skill tree so far, because I really don't have much of a clue. Or if you look at how I use these skills or whatever, but I'm making progress. I'm killing the enemies, I'm fighting my way through all these levels, and most of all, I'm having a fun time, so that's pretty cool. And I enjoy the game. So if you have tried the game but you know, it didn't click with you, maybe my piece of advice is just stick with it. Try to do the first 1 or 2 zones, kill the enemies there. It might be tricky at first because you're going to be really squishy. You will not have a ton of abilities to use, but you know, if you stick to it, you will soon get your first 1 or 2 abilities. You can also buy these gems with the abilities. You can buy them from the vendor in the first town. They cost scrolls of wisdom, which you get all the time. And so, you know, if you stick to it, you can buy some of these gems and then try different abilities. I mean, I'm sure there's like a bunch of different builds you can do. I don't know if there's like, if it's like in other MMOs where there's just for each class, there's like one viable endgame build, cookie cutter thing that everyone has to use, but I saw a lot of different builds, like fire based, I don't know, something where you buff yourself a lot and stuff like that. So I feel like there's a lot of stuff that you can try, a lot of variety that you can use. And so I feel myself motivated, like when I don't play those classic games that I'm playing. Oh, I have to go back in there, sorry. If I'm not playing the classic games that I'm doing Let's Plays of, like Ultima, the old Ultima games and stuff, or if I'm not, when I'm not trying out new games, currently I am playing this game a lot and I'm enjoying it, you know, very much so. So, yeah. So if you are considering getting this, pick a class. You cannot really create a character in terms of like, you know, different hairstyles, whatever. Pick one of those classes it suggests, or that are on offer, and then, you know, try it out. You can go for many different builds and abilities, and I guess it's just mostly a cosmetic choice, or like a choice where you go, okay, do I want to play something ranged? So maybe you want to go with a witch, or you know, whatever you want to do. So this game is a lot of fun. There aren't many enemies here right now, so let's see if I can find a few more to show you a tiny bit more of the gameplay. And after I'm done recording this, I will probably put on like an audiobook or a podcast or something and play this for an hour or two, and I'm looking forward to it. So unless I'm like recording videos of me playing classic games or new games, this is something that I do in the evening. It's not like that challenging or something where I really have to focus like crazy. It's just fun to run around and blow up a ton of enemies. I like the art style, I like the variety, and so I'm looking forward to experiencing more of this game, finding out more, learning more about it. I know it's gonna be confusing in many cases, especially if you look at the passive skill tree. But so far I'm really surprised how much I'm enjoying it. I'm actually glad that this time I stuck to it and really got into it. Let me see. I guess I can try to go there. It's very Diablo-like, but I think they did a few things different, and I think that makes it really fascinating, apart from it being like free to play. So, once again, if you're looking for a game like this and you haven't tried Path of Exiles yet, try it out. If you have and you couldn't get along, try to be like me and just for once stick with it and try to, you know, endure a little bit of the early game. You'll soon get way more things to play with, way more abilities, things to try out. So, yeah, this is what I'm busy with when I'm not recording anything. So in case you're wondering, you know, why maybe like my output went down a little bit, I'm playing this. I don't think I can do anything like Let's Play or something of this. Probably shouldn't, because there was so much stuff on Path of Exiles on YouTube. And also, I'm definitely not ready to do anything like a guide or anything. Maybe I'll start with the very basic stuff and how I experienced that, because when I look up like beginner guides, I find those beginner guides already pretty complicated, where they should start with like walking you through the skill tree and stuff. But I think the problem is sticking with it for the first hour or so, killing the first few enemies, or like doing the first few quests until the game opens up. So maybe I'll do a video on that at some point. But I guess my point is, this is what I'm playing when I want to relax and chill. I'm enjoying it. I'm eager to find out more, and I highly recommend trying it out if you're into this kind of game. So yeah, thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.